So my lovelies, I'm gonna tell you guys a little story time, okay? Just story time. So I want to tell you guys about the time when I hooked my best friend up with my best friend. So guys, I was just now transferring schools and I met my boy best friend in the first school that I was in, and my girl best friend, we've been friends for years. So as him and I started to get to know each other and everything, he was like, yo Mo, you cool, yeah, I'ma say his name, I'ma call him that's funny, I'ma call him Fred. So I ended up transferring schools. My boy best friend wasn't that happy about it, but we still had our communication and everything like that. And once it got to like close to the end of the school year, we stopped talking to each other, and it was because we weren't in the same schools, and sometimes he didn't have a phone. My phone always breaks. Like, it always used to break. My phone don't break now though. It never breaks now. Never. So, but yeah, his phone always broke, or there was something probably with Wi-Fi acting up, or our cellular device, like, and where I used to live, my plan that I was on my phone, it wasn't working that well. So once I transferred over to the other school, I ended up seeing my girl best friend, and we was all happy and whatnot. And then I was telling her that, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I was telling her that I had a crush on Fred, but I didn't tell her yet that he was my best friend. She was like, okay girl, like, what you gonna do? You gonna hook up? Like, you gonna talk to him? You gonna this, you gonna that? And I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm okay. And after a while, I didn't show her him. It didn't come across my mind to show her him. I don't know why, I just didn't show her him. But then afterward, the next year comes, and he hit me up. And he's like, yo, Mo. And I'm like, what's up? So we talking and everything. Next thing you know, he said, I'm about to be in your school. Make room for me. And I'm like, word? You for real? And me and him, we all on the phone. We hyping each other up. We about to shut the whole school down. We go to that school. We didn't shut the whole school down. Like, old school, we had one class together, and that's the class that we met at. So he ended up coming to the new school where I was at. First day that he came, he texted me and he told me to meet him right by the front door, because that's where he's gonna come in. Since he already signed up and he know around just a little bit and stuff, and I could take him to his classes and everything like that. So then afterwards, my best friend, she didn't come to school for like 2 weeks straight. And I'm texting her, I'm like, girl, where you at? Like, my boy best friend here, I know you gonna think he's cute. And me, I'm not a jealous person, I'm not a hater, none of that. So like, I be with the flow, okay? I be with the flow, alright? So after a while, during these 2 weeks that my girl best friend not in school, I'ma call her Dana. While Dana's not in school for these 2 weeks, me and Fred, I'm showing him around. I'm introducing him to some of the people that I'm like talking to a little bit, but I didn't have a big group of friends. I was that type of school. I just had my little group, and they follow me. Like, I'm being serious. And we will always be together. There will be no type of separation unless we're going to class. Even when we had CAF, it was A CAF, B CAF, and C CAF. And some of us had A CAF, some of us had B and C. But we'll all go to my CAF. Oh my gosh, only if you guys knew why that was so funny too. my best friend, my Fred, I'm gonna just say Fred he was always a flirtatious type. He would flirt with me. Like, we would have this flirtatious best friendship. We wouldn't, like, it wouldn't be extreme, okay? I know y'all get what I mean. It wasn't to the extreme. It was just like, okay, we best friends, okay? Like, you know, we like this. We like PB&J, you feel me? Like, I'll just tell y'all this too. So it was this girl that was on the bus, and she was trying to argue with Fred, and that's my best friend. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, who you talking to? And this is how it was back then, y'all. So I'm just giving y'all story time, getting to know like my background and everything. So yeah. And she goes on the bus and she started yelling at him, talking about why are you sitting in the back seat? You don't belong in the back seat. You shouldn't be in this back seat. You in the back seat with all girls. And I'm like, he's not gay. He was not gay. He was not gay at all. Nobody could even have thought he was gay. That's not like, oh, I had a gay best friend. No. No, he was not gay at all. Like, when I tell you at all, he was not gay. Not one bit. There was no gay in there. After a while, she ended up getting loud, and he tapped me, and he was like, Mo. Like, he was just like, Mo. Like, cause that's how me and him was. Like, if a guy started messing with me, Fred, Mo. Like, and so going back to school from that day, I ended up getting suspended from school, even though everything didn't even happen in school. It happened outside of school. So the next week come by, I'm still not in school, and I'm over here in my head at home, like, my best friend and my best friend gonna meet each other. Like, I'm like, I know that they gonna meet each other. It's gonna happen. Like, even if I'm not there, they're gonna bump into each other. Like, the school is big, it's full of a lot of kids. Couldn't find out while I was suspended. He calling me, and he's like, Mom, I'm not in school. I started spazzing out to him. I'm like, you need to make sure that you go to school. Promise me you're gonna go to school tomorrow. He's like, okay, relax. I'm gonna go to school. But when you coming? I said, are you serious, bro? Bring your behind to school. For real. He's like, alright, Mo, alright. So he goes. And I said, show me that you're really in school. Take a picture or something. He take a picture, shows me that he's in school. He's really in school. I got 2 more days until I go back. So I'm asking him, did you meet anybody? Like, is there any new friends? He said, Mo, you know me. If you not here, I'm not talking to nobody. I mean, I got a few of my boys here that just came. They cool and everything, but I'm good on them. 2 days go by, y'all. Guess who back in school? Me. Your girl's back in school. And I text my best friend, and I was like, girl, you better come to school today. And you can meet my boy best friend. You can meet. And we're all finally in school together. I tell him, meet me at the cafeteria once you come. And I told her, meet me at the cafeteria when she come. Didn't see her, I seen him. He was so excited to see me. Of course, I was excited to see him. You know, we're giving each other a hug. and everything. And here he go talking about females as always. And I'm like, did you get an A in your class or something? Like, what's up? Tell me what's going on with your grades. He was like, Mom, I bet let's go get breakfast and I'm gonna tell you about it. I was like, I'm looking at him like, cause I know him. He want to grab the breakfast, then go back to talking about the girls. Tell me about them grades, baby. Tell me about them grades. So we in the line and he chatting, and I'm like, did you see a Puerto Rican girl? I explained how she looked, and he was like, no, I didn't. And then he started telling me how a lot of these girls are ugly in the school. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. He was saying that they were ugly in the school, and that's why he wanted to go back to what you call it. And I was like, oh my gosh, I was thinking the same thing. We get our breakfast, we go sit down on the chair, in the cafeteria, in the seat, and then I was just talking to this shorty. I said, oh my gosh, are you serious right now, bro? He said, what? I said, bro, show me them grades. I don't want to hear that. Show me them grades. He was like, oh my gosh, here you go, acting like my mom. Like, you know, I really need a girlfriend like you because you really be on it more. Like, dang, you need to find you like a boyfriend or something. I was like, I'm good. I'm sorry, guys. I'm only laughing because in a stop love story, I was talking to that guy at that time, and he was the only guy I was talking to at that. Like, y'all know, in the stop love story, he was one of the guys that I was talking to. He was like, Mo, let me see. You lying. Who you talking to? Let me see. I gotta meet him. You want me to beat him up or something? What's up? I said, no, none of that. Show me your grades, then we could chat. And so he showed me the grades. I was like, bro, are you serious? He had an S, he had a C, he had like 3 Fs, 2 Cs, 1 A. I was like, I'm proud that you got an A. I'm happy that you got an A. But these Fs and Cs, come on now. You going to school, you need to stop skipping school. Just because I'm not here, that don't mean you not come to school. Like, it sounds like you going to school just for fun. Like, that's not good. So I'm preaching to him, and he like, here you go, acting like my girlfriend, acting like my mom. I said, and you know me, cause we was talking about the grades and stuff. Then we started talking about the guy. He was like, oh, so tell me about this guy. What's up with this guy? Like, he was so wanting to know so bad, like as if he was my guy. Like, no, you're my best friend. Let's stick to that. Even though I had just a little crush. I didn't really have a crush on him though. I'm gonna be honest. I just thought he was cute. Like, my best friend cute. So what? Well, afterwards, I'm telling him, I'm like, oh, I like this guy, and I met him from my cousin. And, you know, I'm not really talking to multiple guys at the same time. I cut everybody off for him. He was like, Mo, you love him?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I was like, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. That's my boo thing. Mo, you for real? And then I was explaining to him, it's because his reaction was like this only because in school and stuff, I really didn't show that side of me. Like, everybody knew me as being so lovey-dovey and having a boyfriend and having a crush and guys, and I was just the person that I rule my block. That's it. I'm gonna say that. I just rule my block. I stand on my ground. I don't let nobody come near me. I don't let nobody touch me. None of that. That's how I was in school. I wasn't that girl that made a whole bunch of friends. No, I gotta test you out before I become friends. How I was. So and I'm still like that to this day. But I do it in the reality way now. How is that? If y'all read the Bible, pick up that book. Y'all need to pick up that book, okay? Learn the truth. It says test the spirit. So that's what I do now. I test the spirit, boo, and I sure do. So yeah, back then I was just testing the friendship, and that's how it was. I'm telling him, I'm like, yeah, I really do love him. Like, me, bro. Like, I'm surprised that I do, because that's not of me sometimes to really, be in love with a guy and stuff like that. I just be about me, get my nails done, get my feet done, always got my hair done, me. And at that time I was smoking weed, so I was like, yeah, me, always smoking my weed, and just me being me and doing what I want to do. And he's like, Mo, you are serious right now. And then he was like, let me see a picture of him. So I showed him a picture of him, and he was like, Mo, he Puerto Rican? I said, no, he's not Puerto Rican. He's black. He's a whole lot of nationalities. He's a whole lot of nationalities. Like, and I started laughing. He was like, why are you laughing? You being for real? I was like, yes, I'm really being for real, and I don't want to name all of them, but he's black and white. He's not Puerto Rican at all. He was like, okay, Mo. And then I showed him the picture that him and I took together. Aww. He was like, Mo, you look happy. I was like, bro, how do you know that I look happy? He was like, I don't know, but it's something about this picture. It's just something, like, it look like y'all supposed to be together. Like, y'all look like a perfect match or something. They asked me, so you really like him? Like, you really in love with him? Or you just, doing what you do? And I'll explain that. I'll testify that, in another story. So, and I'm like, honestly, I really do like him, but I keep, me, I keep my guard up. Like, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I was a little, just for him though, it was kind of crazy. It was kind of crazy, but it was something about him.
Tell you right now.
Afterwards, so now he just trying to be all in my business. Then he goes and read my messages, and I'm sensing a little bit of jealousy coming from him. And he started reading our messages, and he was like, oh my gosh, Mo, he love you. I started laughing, but I was laughing like in such a joyful way. And he was like, look at you smiling and laughing. I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. So, and he was like, Mo, you really in love? And I'm looking at this, and he in love too. Okay, Mo, I see you. You got a good one. You got a good one. But if he cheat, let me know. I say, you know me, bro. I know you gonna handle that. I know you gonna handle that. We dab each other up. So he started telling me about his girls. And I was like, I could hook you up with my best friend if you want. And then next thing you know, she came in the door. She came right in the door. She was like, best friend. She was acting different. She was, let me tell y'all something about my ex-best friend, right? So if she seen me with a guy, she would flirt with him into thinking that I'm flirting with him at the time. And she don't even know the topic. She don't even know what's going on. She'll just show up and then start flirting. Then at that, she'll act like she flirting with me first. She'll act like she all over me and wanna huggy duggy and lovey wovey. She'll act like that all over me first. Then she'll start fake flirting, getting nervous. So She came up to the table. I introduced them, and he like, Mo, this your best friend? I said, yes. He was like, Mo, I ain't gonna lie. I know you, and you don't hang out with people that's ugly. He was like, you know I don't. You know my crew is always looking like a bottle of water with some lemon in top. And I said, girl, you interested in him? She was so nervous. Like, she was so nervous. And that's how she usually warned him, though. I had to pull him to the side. After they finished talking and everything, she told me that he got his number and everything. And then the bell ended up ringing. She ended up going to her class. He just wanted to talk to me real fast. He was like, Mo, you think I could? Me at that time, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, my loyalty was really with him instead of her, because she was always fake. She was always fake. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. She was always fake, so my loyalty was more with him than with her. So I was like, bro, listen, do you? But please don't break her heart. My heart was always and still is genuine. It always has been. So I was like to him, of course, please don't break her heart. Please don't. Please don't break her heart. And he's like, no, come on. And I'm like, your intentions was to break her heart? I said, bro, you serious? I said, you see why I don't do the whole boyfriend, and you see why I don't do that stuff, right? He was like, yeah, Mo, I know that already. That's why I can't date nobody like you. It's like I can't even get through you. You just straight like you a brick, like. And I'm like, check out A Stop Love Story, y'all. He was my favorite. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. We walking in the classroom. He like, Mo, I don't want to go to class. You know, like, he changed the subject off of her real fast. He just wanted to know if he was able to do that. And I'm like, leave me out of it. Get y'all together. Whatever y'all got going on is what y'all got going on. Please leave me out of it. Then I text my girl best friend. I said, girl, leave me out of your relationship. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I put y'all together. That's it. That was all I had to do. She was like, girl, I'm not gonna take it too serious with him. I said, girl, I know you fall in love with guys just if they say that you pretty. So you, girl, be the word. She over here like, I got it. I'ma make him fall in love. I was like, okay, like, let me see this happen. They ended up talking, and Valentine's Day was coming up the next day, and she's just like, we grew up with, ended up coming to the school. We were so excited, and she told me that my best friend, this is the fake stuff that I was talking about. She went to her and told her that her and him is gonna hook up on Valentine's Day. He's gonna do like a surprise thing for her and everything, and she gonna take him out to eat. He's gonna take her out to eat. They're gonna have this good day on Valentine's Day, but the plan is really to, do other stuff. I'm like, okay, like, I'm like, whatever. And mind you, my Fred, he didn't come to school after that day for like a week or so, and I was like, I'm over it. I'm not even gonna hit him up. I'm not even gonna say like, bring yourself to school, like, cause he listened to me at sometimes when girls wasn't involved. When there was girls involved, he was like distracted, and like afterwards I was like, okay, she not in school, so that mean that they probably together. So I'm texting her and I'm like, where you at? She was like, I'm chilling with somebody. And I'm like, girl, who you chilling with? So then I call up immediately, and I know him to the tip of the T. I know him 100%. So he answered that quick and FaceTime called me because he was with her and he wanted to show me. And I was like, I knew he was going to, like, I already knew it. It's that wasn't like a, that wasn't like hard to get. He's all showing me what's going on over there at the house. He's like, yeah, I'm over here. And then she was hiding. And I'm like, click, click, right up. And I texted him. I was like, bro, this is what I mean. This is what I talk about. That's why I don't mess with her. That's why I don't want to mess with her like that, because how she be acting. She be acting like I'm not her friend. Like, she be acting like we're not best friends. She be acting like she has to hide stuff from me. Yeah. So after Valentine's Day was over, we all come to school. The whole crew came to school. Remind you, it's only 6 of us. It was only 6 of us. The whole crew come to school. So I ended up being with Fred early in the morning. Nobody else was there. It was just me and Fred. And he was telling me, he was like, yo, Mo, I got it. And I was like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I was laughing at that time. Y'all, please, when y'all listen to my story times, know that I am a changed woman now. And I say this so sincerely because I really am a changed woman. God has changed me in great ways. As y'all know though, y'all know that. I'm just telling y'all my testimonies and things that has happened so that y'all can get to know, how God has changed me, and, just giving y'all story time sometimes. But yeah, y'all get it. So yeah, the Lord changed me. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. So yeah, like he's telling me, oh, Mo, I got that. And I'm like, God, what? And he was like, Mo, come on. And I said, bro, I know. I said, when it happened, because this girl was going around talking about she can't wait for Valentine's Day. I don't know why she kept saying that, but she can't wait for Valentine's Day. Oh, I can't wait for Valentine's Day. I'm so excited for Valentine's Day. I just can't wait for Valentine's Day. She just went around repeating it constantly. And I'm like, yo, what is happening on Valentine's Day? She wouldn't tell me. So I said, when it happened? He was like, it happened on Valentine's Day. I said, what? So this whole time this girl was bragging about Valentine's Day was because of you. Bro, you're not that special. I'm telling you the truth. That's what I said at that time. And he started laughing because he knew I was joking. So we both started laughing. And I was like, well, I hope you enjoyed yourself. Because my Valentine's Day, I wasn't feeling it. So he was like, come on, let's go talk. And he seen that the vibe that I had was a little bit, off at that time, because that guy in the Stop Love Story, E. So I was talking to E at that time, and he stopped talking to me for a week. I think it was a week or so. And I'm like, what is going on? I'm not liking this. I'm not liking this feeling I'm having. I don't get like this. I don't get emotional. I don't do that. No, I don't get emotional in front of people. I don't do that. I was, and he was telling me, and it was crazy because I was actually opening up to him. And back then, guys, I never did that neither. Me opening up to people, that was a big no-go. I just wanted to hear their problems, help them solve it, talk them out. Me expressing myself, that was not me back then at all. So I'm talking to my best friend, and he like, Mo, dang, you really love him. And I'm like, hyping me up. What him and I do when things happen, we hype each other up. He was like, but you, Mo, you could get anybody you want. You could bag everybody in this school. You, cute face. I was like, yeah, bro, yeah. I was like, hype me up. So while he's hyping me up, yeah. You know me, bro. Bag anybody I want. But deep down, I was like, deep down, I'm not gonna lie to you. I really wish. I was like, but I really wish he was talking to me. And then what happened? Guess what's happened? He texts me right there. He texts me right there in the middle of him hyping me up. Next thing you know, I jumped up. I got so happy. And then he was like, oh, that boy, what happened? I was like, he texts me. He was like, Mo, relax. Oh my gosh, you really in love. I ain't never seen you like this before. He ended up telling me what happened, and he was like, Mo, but let me tell you, let me put you on. I was like, what happened? He was like, Mo, that was the worst day of my life. I said, are you serious? Why? What happened? I wanted to know so bad why he said that though, because I know her. Like, she would be shaky, like, and then he was like, Mo, what you was telling me when you was trying to warn me, bro, that really happened. I was like, I told you, don't be judgmental though of her, please, because she do get emotional about that. So please don't do that to her, please, bro. He was like, yo, I had to kick her out. I said, you kicked my best friend out for real? He was like, yeah, Mo, I'm sorry, I couldn't. Like, I told her that I had to go. Like, I was done. He said, Mo, guess how long? Well, I don't even care to know that. He's like, Mo, but guess how long? He said that joint had to take me 5 minutes, like 3 minutes. I said, okay, like, I don't care. I said, what else happened? He was like, yo, she was shaking. She wanted to cuddle with me, like as we was boyfriend and girlfriend. She was trying to be all up on me. I said, why? Because like, acting like she was cold, had chills. She wanted to be all lovey-dovey on him, rubbing on his chest. And he was like, it just wasn't good for him. And then she was asking for my food, and I didn't want to give it to her because you know my situation, Mo. Like, she don't know what I go through and stuff, but you know. So I was like, nah, I can't give you none of my food. You could go get your own food. And then they started arguing. I said, y'all started what? I said, wow. And then she came right behind us. And then I just switched the subject real fast. I was like, but you know, my boo, my bae just text me, and you know I'm happy, bro. And then she was acting so weird and like shaky, like so weird and shaky. And she was like, Marish, like, she was acting sad too. And she was like, Marish, come here. And then I was like, why? What happened? Just sit down right here. What's going on? You okay? And after all the other people in our crew was already telling me that she told everybody else that she did stuff with him and didn't tell me, I was already like, I don't really want to hear what you got to say, like, because I really don't care. Like, you really, like, you're a fool. Like, that's how I used to talk back. You're a fool, I used to say that. So afterwards we're talking and everything, and she pulled me up to the side. She was like, Marsh is really important. I was like, bro, I'll be right back. He was like, no, Mo, stay right here. I'm just be out. I said, okay, you sure, bro? He was like, yeah, Mo, just meet me on the outside of the cab by yourself. I said, okay. So now they're just making everything weird and awkward, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I probably should have never put them two together. That's what I was thinking at that time. So then, as I'm thinking that, I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I do? So, knowing her, I know she was going to be emotional and everything. I'm not going to lie to y'all, I didn't know that. So, and she started crying. I said, why are you crying? did this to me. And then he said that he don't want to be with me, and that he really don't like me, and I'm weird, and I'm slow. He was calling me slow and retarded. I said, girl, what did you do that made him say that? What happened that caused that conversation? And she's like, I'm not gonna lie, Maurice, I was like shaking a little bit after we smoked and, did stuff. And I was like, girl, I told you don't do nothing with him. And you didn't pass the test. She said, I know, Maurice, but I know I should have just listened to you. I said, girl, I already told you the rules. Like, get to know the guy. You let him get to know you. You don't let him get to know your coochie first. You don't do that. And she was like, I know, but... And then she just couldn't talk no more. She just kept pouring out crying and pouring out crying. Next thing you know, we inside the hallway. We bumped into him. She had to turn around and wipe her eyes so fast. And he laughing. I'm like, I had to nudge him. I'm like, bro, stop laughing. Afterwards, she grabbed me and she was like, Maurice, come on. She got mad real fast. And next thing you know, he started pulling me on my other arm. And I'm like, what is going on? So they're both pulling me, telling me to go left, go right, come with me. Mo, come on, best friend, come on. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. So afterwards, I'm like, wait, both of y'all get off of me. Y'all not about to sit here and make me feel like I gotta choose between y'all. Y'all did what y'all did. Y'all should have never did it, or y'all should have did it. It doesn't matter. It's either you learn from it or whatever. So then he was like, right, Mo, right. He was like, right. And then I'm like seriously, come on now. Like, y'all know what y'all was about to get into before y'all even got into it. So let's be real. Like, let's be real. I'm not finna act weird. You my best friend, he my best friend. So what's up? Like, y'all want to hash something out? Go over there and talk, please. So I put them two together and I let them go and talk. He ended up coming up to me and he was like, Mo, I don't want to talk to her, bro. She's weird. Like, she stutters and that's just weird, bro. Like, why is she that weird? It's like she's slow. And I'm like, bro, you don't say that about somebody. First of all, just how you told me she don't know what you going through, you don't know what she's going through. So you do not say that about nobody. He was like, right, Mo, you're right. So then he ended up having a little feel for her, and I'm like, he ended up going to apologize to her. And then she had this bright smile on her face, and I was like, that's what I do. Even though but I still made it work. I put that thing together, made that smile go ting. And yeah. So the ending of it all was me and my best friend, my girl best friend, she still didn't like being around him. He was like, every time I would be with her, he would leave. He'll walk away. He just didn't. He always told me, Mo, I don't want to be around her. I really don't. I know I apologize to her and everything, but I really don't want to be around her. Whatever. We'll hang out when we hang out. And me and her will hang out when we hang out. He was like, Mo, you gonna come over? He was like, matter of fact, bring her over. We could all smoke and chill together and everything. So we ended up going over. My father ended up pulling up. I ended up getting in trouble. They skirted right near me while we're all trying to run. And I'm like, wow. Moral of the story, my best friend ended up falling in love with my best friend. And then my boy best friend didn't fall in love with her. He ended up hating her. If that makes sense to y'all. But yeah, that's the ending of the story, guys. I shared it with you so well. And I love you, my lovelies. Y'all already know to stay tuned. Cause what? Big things popping, little things stopping. Okay. Bye, my lovelies.